The Square Ball Podcast.
Hello there and welcome to the show. This one can be found on YouTube if you would like to watch it. If you would like to listen to it, it is in your podcast app as well. You just search for The Square Ball. Dan and Dean in the studio with Mr. Michael Normanton. Elsewhere, where are you?
Well, where does it look like I am?
Well,
hey,
for the benefit of the audio listener, you are at home, but that appears to be an AI-generated hospital bed behind you.
Yeah, I'm at home. I'll switch it. But yeah, I've had a little operation, so I can't drive for a bit. So this is me for now.
Is that your excuse for not coming into the office? Then is it?
Indeed.
Well, I'm glad you survived the op anyway. I just want to say that it is good news.
It's a relief to me as well. You wake up, you think, yes,
another day. How are you feeling though? Tell our listeners.
It's all right. I felt it's been better, but it's not as bad as having a bad back. It isn't having an operation on your back. Weirdly.
Having a hole in your back.
So yeah, it's only a little hole. I've not seen the sky yet. It's all covered, but it's only a little thing. They just put a little hollow tube in and then just go in and cut a bit off the disc.
Nice.
Easy peasy.
Easy done.
So
I could have done it myself.
No need for employing Levi solicitors with medical negligence. No,
all good. Although it is a nice reminder to get a will sorted.
Yep. And probate and conveyancing and all that stuff. Care home fees as well. Should sort those out. All the things that we're promoting at the minute.
Indeed. All those things.
You will get a 10% discount on your legal fees. levisolicitors.co.uk/the square ball. Right, let's get into it then. And the reason why we've drafted you in from your sick bed, barely able to walk, stand, or even drive, Michael, is because, well, this is your show, Propaganda. It's our trip around the football fan channels. You wouldn't have seen any of the games at the weekend because you were in your little poorly sick bed when the games were all going on. So I assume this is an absolute shambles.
I saw the game. I'd come round from the general anaesthetic. I was all full of morphine, and I put on Leeds on my phone, and I sat and watched it. Lay and watched it. So I did see the game, and for what I can remember, I think we were quite good.
I bet you thought...
Is that right?
Yeah, I think we were. I bet you thought that you were still heavily sedated when you saw Joe Rodon score from a corner.
Do you know what? Funnily enough, annoyingly, I missed the goal because the nurse came and spoke to me, and I had it on my earphones, and she was talking to me about something quite important. So I didn't feel like I could go, shut up, and just look at my phone. So I had to just see that on the replays, which was a bit unfortunate. So, But yeah, Joe Rodon.
Did you?
It was with a deflection, but still.
Did you say anything inappropriate as you were coming out of your general anaesthetic?
Not that I was told about.
Yeah.
So
did you not ask for like a cuddle? Ask for a cuddle or offer to show little Michael or anything like that?
I think it was visible anyway. They gave me some disposable pants to wear actually for the op. That was nice.
Yeah, excellent.
Very sort of semi-transparent paper pants.
Kink pants.
Quite the image.
They know all about
quite the image there.
Right then, should we get into the clips? What we got?
Yeah, go on then. So we'll start actually with a little update from last week because lots of people got in touch after the ESPN commentator did a bit of singing. So we'll just remind people of the original clip and then the song it is based on.
De los Lobos de Wolverhampton, Bogle que sube, marca Bellegar, pelota larga, cabezazo, Calvert-Lewin, gol, fue Calvert-Lewin.
There you go. Right, so thank you. And it was genuinely, this is probably the most emailed we've ever been about a single thing because we just had like a complete group memory blank, didn't we? And we could not place the song for whatever reason between us. But
you probably couldn't place it because it's an anti-fascist song, and I know you tend to be more on the other side of these things. So, but yeah, it's a song called Bella Ciao, which I did go and try and find a version of it that was with lyrics and copyright free. I failed, so instead we've just got a bit of instrumental, and it's a good instrumental anyway. So this is how it should sound.
Calvert-Lewin. Justice
for the clarinet. You don't hear the clarinet that often in pop songs anymore.
No.
Bring it back.
Yeah, underrated instrument. So
You don't often hear people saying justice for the clarinet either, but
that's what I'm here to say.
we all need a cause, don't we?
So yeah, thank you to everybody who flagged that one up in the wake of last week's show. I could hear it, and I could not remember the name of it. You know, like sometimes like Terrace Chants used to be based on hymns. I had to think really hard what the original hymn was. Anti-fascist songs from Italy.
We need this commentator to do the English feeds, though. Even though he doesn't probably speak English, I just love him. Just so much passion. Prefer him to Lee fucking Dixon.
Right. What have you got for us this week then from your sick bed, Michael?
I was feeling a bit bad doing this because there are two main channels. There's Cherry's Red Army and Back of the Net. And outside the ground, they both were speaking to the same people. So I was watching one and then I was watching the other one. I was thinking, have I seen this already? But no, it's just like the same sort of dozen people. But we'll start with Cherry's Red Army. They're all kind of well aware that they don't get anything at Leeds. But despite that, they were all pretty much to a man saying they were going to win this game. So I've just clipped up all of their pre-match predictions to try and make us a bit happier about drawing, I suppose, because they were actually very confident going into this. And this is every prediction on there. I've not selectively just picked the ones. There weren't loads of people going, oh, we're going to lose. This was every one of them.
Today I am going for the famous Cherry's Red Army 3-1. We get back to scoring ways. We beat Leeds at Ellen Road for the first time. We continue this run. And I think if that happens, we would be second in the league for at least a few hours. Excited about today, Josh?
Yeah, very excited to be there. It's going to be a tough game. Not easy coming to Ellen Road, but feeling slightly positive. I'm going to go for a 2-1 Bournemouth.
What's your match prediction, score prediction today?
3-0 Bournemouth.
Yeah, that's a confident scoreline.
I'm saying 4-0.
Score prediction today?
4-1. Tyler Adams' goal.
I hate coming here. I really hate coming here.
Today will be different.
I hope so. We turned it around against Brighton, so why not turn it around against Leeds? But I do not feel good about this. Sorry to be negative.
That's fine. Score prediction then?
2-0 Bournemouth.
Confirm your score prediction?
2-1 to us. I like an away point here. I think they're doing quite well, actually. They've surprised me. I think like a lot of the all three of the promoted sides are competing well. Yeah. So I don't know if we'll make history today, but I'd like to think we get a point at least.
It's a very difficult place to come if their crowd get behind them. But I'm going to go with my heart and go for a 2-1 win.
Score prediction today?
It's a tough place to come. We've never got anything here. I didn't even need to look that up to know, having been a Bournemouth fan this long, that we've never won at Ellen Road. I don't think we've ever even got a point here, to be honest. That's got to change at some point. Why not today? We've got better players, haven't we? Yeah. Let's be honest, we're a better team. My heart is saying 3-1.
Carol, good to see you. Score prediction today?
2-2.
Carol was all over it.
The last person asked, and she knew. So well done, Carol, for being the one person who was right. Were we aware that we have such a good record against them ahead of this game, particularly? Because it's one of those that I don't know. I suppose maybe Bournemouth just not on the radar too much.
Yeah, we discussed it in the run-up to it, didn't we?
I think we did, yeah. I was aware of it. I was talking to people in the pub beforehand, and it's one of those things where if all things being equal, that would be something to feel buoyant about. But because it's Leeds United, you're like, well, it's got to end sometime, and it's very probably today. And it was today, but it wasn't as bad as some of these guys are saying. 4-0, someone threw out in the middle there, and I scoffed, but I think I might have predicted something similar to that in a run-up to the game. Scared and that.
Yes. So they presumably liked the facilities at Ellen Road then, or was a happy hunting ground for them?
Well, they're in the fan zone,
right.
The magnificent fan zone, which could be mistaken for a car park, but not overly impressed.
And it's Gulag adjacent, let's remember that.
It is.
How are you, mate?
What are we drinking, Matt?
I think it's Moretti. I didn't buy it.
It's not much of a fan zone, though, is it?
It's dreadful, isn't it? I was coming here thinking, this is going to be good, isn't it? They picked it up. It's pathetic, to be honest, but they don't care, do they? Just want to shove us all in it.
I mean,
yep.
You can make something in anything zone, can't you, if you just say it? If you just put a label on it, all it is a space.
Yeah, party zone.
Yeah. Like the studio, party zone.
Yeah. Where is it? Is it where the old West Stand ticket office is?
It's just the West Stand car park, yeah.
Is it?
Yeah.
Pathetic. Yeah. I love it. Stick them in there.
I think they've knocked down the frontage anyway of the old Bates restaurant, haven't they? I saw someone put a picture on the other day and they're stripping off the beautiful mock marble it was all the same tile, which always upset me because it was like meant to be pretend marble, but you know that you're meant to get like a pattern and vary it, so it's not obvious. But it had the same pattern in the same orientation all over it, so it just looked like absolute shit. Always has. But they were tearing that down the other day, so I don't know if that's part of the magnificent fan zone regeneration.
Unless it's just, I mean, even though the whole thing's going to be coming down in the next 12 to 18 months, maybe they've just seen enough. Maybe Parag's just gone past it enough times when he's gone, just guys, get that fucking thing down.
Rip it down.
So anyway, we'll come to half time then, and this is their assessment at half time. I think this is lies personally, but then I was sort of still sedated, so I may be misremembering.
Yeah, I think we've been the better team. We can try to control the game. They've had the most clear-cut chances, Petrovic made 2 great saves, but we have been the better team. Just haven't found that final pass, we've had a few good counter-attacks. Most of the games have been played in their half, but yeah, look, as they've had the clear-cut chances, probably a fair result at the moment because they could easily have gone a couple of goals up before we even scored our first, but this game is there for us. Thinking maybe Brooks second half, Radley potentially hasn't done much, but...
And Jimenez is on the yellow as well.
Yeah, I think he'll come off the hill. But yeah, let's get it through to half time and go again second half.
I mean, you say lies. That's in line with my assessment. I thought they were the better team in possession, but we had the better chances.
That's how I saw it.
They didn't do anything with it. Didn't they do anything with it though?
No, but they look very dangerous.
Oh, did they? Oh,
Yeah.
okay, fair enough. I was off the tits. This is why you don't watch games with ball feeding you.
It might come across slightly different on telly, but I think in the ground, every time they got the ball, they looked dangerous, even if they didn't necessarily create anything specific with it. But every time they got it, I was like, oh, gosh.
It was like when they were rolling it into Evan Nielsen and he'd just spin off the defender and you go, oh, God, he looks good and he's driving towards goal, and they were just finding little pockets of space between the lines. And I was like, they know what they're doing.
Yeah, they look like a Premier League team that could cause us issues, but fuck them, it was 1-1. We were in.
But as he said, though, we did have the better chances, so that's the only bit that we care about. So maybe it's an advert for watching football on morphine, Michael. Who knows?
Or other intravenous drugs.
Yep. Cool. Right, what we got next?
So we've got here Longstaff's goal from the away end, obviously, and then I just left this in because I like his very kind of Roy of the Rovers style bit of old-fashioned encouragement at the end.
Because we're allowing corners to be taken and corners to happen for Leeds. We're not defending well. I think that one's come off the post and gone in. We're just not clearing our lines. Andoni's got to make subs. Unfortunately, there's some players out there really, really struggling. Jimenez is on the yellow. Adley's not found any form good enough at the moment. We're 2-1 down. Come on then, Reds. We're going to need a big shift.
I enjoyed the weekend as a footballing spectacle. Unfortunately, that combined with Spurs' struggles against Bodo Glimt in the Champions League last night, I've talked myself into it happening on Saturday.
I did the same thing.
Same.
Yeah.
Yep.
And what I really liked about that clip is this chap said, we're allowing corners to be taken. You kind of have to. When it's awarded, you can't just start marking the corner taker.
You get booked.
Yeah, you can't stop that cross coming in, unfortunately. I think he needs to revisit the old rule book.
Or in our previous version of corners, just wait for us to hit the man at the front post. But not anymore. We do corners now.
Yeah, we do.
I did listen to a bit of Spurs stuff this morning, actually, to see if there was any particular gold from it. But other than one guy who was clearly an Arsenal fan who'd got lost trying to find a club to support, it was mainly just them being a bit upset. So, like, just not good enough, bit of a moan. But yeah, I'm the same. I think we're winning.
Stupid football.
Right, so we're going to go to post-game now then, and actually he's a little bit relieved.
Thank for that. Walking away from Ellen Road, we haven't won here again, but we didn't lose. 2-2, right at the death. And if you thought last week was frustrating, and it was a little bit because of the game that Newcastle gave us, today was a little bit irritating from a performance point of view. I think we have the better squad. We're not the promoted team. We've invested well. We've got good players. We've got a good squad. But today, Leeds and that crowd, they just wanted it more. They just had more desire, more ambition, battled 50-50. I mean, they nearly scored inside the first minute of the game. And they had the chances early on. And you can see why Ellen Road's going to be pivotal to them staying up, because they nearly, with the fans, with their desire, nearly got over the line with a win.
Fair assessment.
Fair assessment. I really like that even though we are newly promoted and even though we're talking about teams like Bournemouth, again, no disrespect to Bournemouth, but I like that we've got this little bit of grit between our teeth and we're using Ellen Road to get points and to kind of put the uppers into people.
It's actually,
it feels good.
On the flip side of that, Dean, it surprised me a little bit that more teams don't try and harness it, try and generate better home atmosphere. Or maybe it's just the sanitised nature of the Premier League that precludes it a little bit. Like West Ham might struggle, for example, because it's full of tourists and it's an athletics stadium.
Yeah, and they're 4,000 miles away from the pitch. But yeah, I really like that so far this season, Ellen Road has played its part. It's great.
Which is exactly why we're going to win.
I think you'll find that when we played Fulham, they had little concertina signs that said "Come on Fulham" or something. So
that's true, yeah.
You know, so they are trying to get some real fierce stuff going, in other places.
Right, so we're going to go over to is it back of the net now, then, Michael. So these are the same folks that were talking to that they were talking to, like in the fan zone, the same half a dozen people.
Well, some of them, it was just the same faces kept cropping up, and I was like, I've seen this. No, I haven't seen it. Why is it saying? Oh no, maybe it's different. But this is so he's in the fan zone, which you can tell they're having a great time because it's definitely not just a bit of car park. He's looking at the teams here. So he's done the Bournemouth team. Then he's just I left it in because he's just far too pleased with himself for suggesting that Leeds would name an unchanged side.
I've literally just loaded up the Leeds one, mate. Darlow called that. Bogle called that. Goodmanson called that. Rodon called that. Stroop called that. Ampadu called that. Longstaff called that. Stack called that. Aronson called that. Okafor called that. Calvert called that. 11 out of 11. Cut.
Right.
There's a quicker way of doing that for him.
Leeds are unchanged.
Done.
Was the music added by you there or him?
I didn't add music.
Right. Oh, okay. Good.
Maybe they're in the party zone.
I forget. Probably. Yeah, I forget. The atmosphere is absolutely pumping in there. What we got next then is this is his assessment at half time.
Yes.
Probably a fair reflection of the game if we're being honest, right?
Yeah, probably. I think both teams scored from a set piece, haven't they?
Thoughts, Neil? Frustrating one.
Very frustrating. Good start, Sam. Fantastic start. I think we're a lot stronger than them. They committed a lot forward first half until they realised, I think, how good we are. Second half, I believe that we will come through 2-3-1.
I think we've been the better team. We've controlled the game, but they've had the better chances. So I think a draw is a fair result at the moment. Shame about the goal because Petrovic had it covered until Semenyo got the little flick on. But I think if we just need to test Darlow more. He's not, from what I've seen in the history, he's not the best goalkeeper in the world, but he's not had to do a lot. So I think we just need to create more. I think a few changes will happen.
I don't think there's been much in the game, but I'd almost argue that we'd be frustrated if they were playing a low block. It's kind of a little bit more chaotic, which hopefully will suit us. Still fancy us to nick it, mate. Still fancy us to nick it.
I thought it was a really good game of football. I think what they're seeing there is that we actually came out and tried to play and then decided to adapt slightly and go slightly longer. I really enjoyed it.
Yep. Good.
We'll rejoin him then as their post-game and he's walking past the south stand and then just heading up Beeston Hill, and they're basically saying that it's the worst they've played this season, which I would give us credit for personally, and they do kind of eventually.
It was definitely the worst performance of the season, wasn't it? We weren't very good today. Fair play to Leeds before they made it difficult for us. I still think, even though we weren't good, we probably at the point, I would say. I don't think they didn't do loads either. But yeah, we weren't very good today, mate. So to get out of a point, you got to take it at Ellen Road, don't you? It looked like it was never going to happen. I honestly don't know how it happened, because I just thought that we could score in fucking another half hour here. I think we'll take that because we weren't very good today. I don't think we were great. I thought we started okay. We got the goal, and then I thought we all said at the preview, didn't we? If we can get ahead, let them come out. I thought they just had a little bit more endeavour about them.
They had more heart, and it felt like they wanted to win the game a lot more. And once, you know what, their crowd is like a 12th man. I've said that so many times before, and it really is.
It's weird because we've never got anything here. We've just got our first figure, but I'm not buzzing because
no, I'm not.
I don't think we weren't very good, and we've got a point. So if you imagine us on our day, I think we beat them. I thought they earned a point. just make sure we say that. They did earn a point, but they'll be down there. They'll be down there. But I think their home form might keep them up.
We're not. We're going to be up there after the win on Saturday.
Where are we? 10th or something? 11th?
About 12th.
12th.
Like, yeah.
12th. It's all the same, isn't it, really? There's not a lot in the table, though, is there? Like, looking at Spurs fans, listening to them complaining this morning, they're 4th. I just checked.
They're not the 3rd.
Are they? The 4th, according to my table in front of me.
Just updating my table. The 4th.
We've got the exact same record as Chelsea.
Yeah.
2-2-2, 2 wins, 2 draws, 2 losses.
And Everton. And Brighton. And Fulham.
Yeah,
well, should we hear how happy Chelsea are?
Yeah.
Because I thought I'd check in. They lost to Scum last week as well, which is obviously not going to go down well. Though Scum, Chelsea were down to 10 men from 6 minutes, weren't they? So I can't accept it moving kind of through the game plan a bit. So we'll hear from
Cockney bastards.
Well, exactly. So we'll hear from Blue Brother and then Rory. He's got a weird sort of stop-start style as this guy, which makes me think he's probably scripted it, but it also makes it sound slightly like he's ringing in a threat.
Whatever expectations you had for the season, put them in the bin right now and readjust them. Title challenge in the bin. Winning trophies, put that in the bin. Looking like a cohesive team, put that in the bin. Put everything in the bin, tear the whole thing down, and let's start again. Let's start again. It's over. It's over. It's not even October, and we're waving the white flag. The white flag has been waved on the season. There's no coming back from this. Maresca, again. Absolute
Oh, that was Kevin's a bit of a shock.
It is.
Yeah, I think he called him a clown or something. I just bleeped it because it's funny.
All right. Yeah, I'm not sure he was scripted there. I just think he was buying himself time because he did that thing of repeating what he said before just to buy himself additional time. So
yeah, maybe so.
Also, I don't care.
Put it.
I thought.
I mean, I'm up for them putting the whole thing in the bin.
100%.
What?
Because they spent like £2 billion.
Yeah.
So if they put all that in the bin and start again, yeah, okay.
I thought
also, didn't Chelsea started the season terribly not long ago and then won the Champions League, didn't they? So, it might be fine.
That was when
they've got loads of money.
They sacked Fat Frank then, wasn't it? It was when Tuchel came in and just won the Champions League just like that.
Yeah, I did actually. When I was catching some angry Spurs stuff, someone did call him Thomas Frank Lampard, which I quite liked.
Right,
they've decided he's shit already.
So you said there's a clip from Rory next. Rory Jennings, is it?
Correct. Yeah, he's not a fan of Maresca, which is kind of a tough one because we have a bit of low key beef with Maresca for being too smug around the Leicester promotion, and then so I don't really want to see him do well, but then I don't really see Rory being right either. So,
but Rory's stick is such that if they win next week, suddenly Maresca will become flavour of the month because that's just what Rory does.
That's true.
Why are Chelsea so average? Why are Chelsea so distinctly average? Why are Chelsea not winning games of football when we are so much better in terms of personnel than the opposition? And I think it's a very simple answer. The manager is a loser. And I don't mean that in the emotional way. I don't mean it in an insulting way. I mean that the manager is a losing manager. He's a manager that loses games of football. He's a manager that doesn't win. You know those managers, there are managers that win, no matter what. They're pragmatic and they find a way to win. Jose Mourinho wins. Antonio Conte wins. Luis Enrique wins. Guardiola wins. Klopp wins. Slot wins. There are winning footballing managers. And then there are competitors. Then there are losers.
Right.
Is this the manager of Chelsea who are the Club World Cup champions?
Correct.
Right.
I call him a loser. Not in an insulting way.
Not in an emotional way.
Listen, you've taken it wrong. You've taken it badly. I called you a loser. What about it? I didn't mean it in a mean way.
Oh, no, you're all right. Don't worry about it. It's fine. No, you're right. You're probably right. The other thing is naming Mourinho and Conte as winning managers, but didn't Chelsea sack them on one occasion twice because they started losing games?
Yeah,
this is what happens with football managers.
But if it doesn't fit your specific rant at that specific time, Michael, you've got to bend the rules.
True enough.
So where are we going next then, Mickey Hospital Bed?
Well, as we're talking Maresca, should we go a bit of Leicester Till I Die TV 1, which actually seems to be just Leicester Till I Die TV now. They seem to have dropped the 1.
Right.
I don't know if 2 has gone or whether they realised having 1 and then another one called 2 was unnecessary. I mean, who knows? Who knows?
Someone should tell the BBC because they've got too many channels. They should stop numbering them, do away with some.
Defund it, you say?
Right, what's next?
Well, I will say, it's nice, isn't it, that we don't have to play championship games midweek anymore? Because I saw these fixtures last night and I thought,
yeah,
poor sods.
It's almost a little bit gauche, isn't it? You kind of go, oh, there's a game on this week. I'd forgotten about that. I'm enjoying the break between games because it just gives you enough time to digest it and let one out of your system before you start gearing yourself up for another one.
I switched on a couple of championship matches last night and ended on Sheffield United losing again. And they scored what looked like a perfectly good goal in the 93rd-ish minute. Disallowed because someone went near the keeper. It's great fun.
And did you see Chris Wilder got sent off for booting the ball at a spectator just going into half-time?
Yeah, brilliant.
I mean, we're not here to defend Chris Wilder, but he shouldn't get sent off for that, should he? It was just clearly an accident.
I quite like him. I quite like his chippiness. I quite like the fact that he almost behaves a bit like a fan.
Yeah.
It's I wouldn't want it at my club, but it's funny.
Yeah, especially now we don't have to play him as well.
Yeah.
Yeah. Bring back knobheads.
Yes, right. So Leicester Side ITV, is it still the man?
It is the man. It's the man. So Leicester were leading against Wrexham.
He's still out.
Yeah, he's still watching games.
Out and about. Yeah. Good. Yeah.
Still watching
Sorry,
games.
go on.
So they were leading till quite late on. Wrexham equalise. Then essentially his argument is that Leicester are doing quite well this season based on where they were last season. It's going to take time, but he's really, really annoyed that people are saying otherwise. So this is him going into the post-game show and kind of addressing that. There's the obligatory reference in there almost straight away. And then by the end of it, he's just completely let his own intrusive thoughts get the better of him.
Gentlemen, good evening.
Good evening. Nothing good about it.
All right, look, I'm going to say before I start, because we've had some wankers in the chat tonight. I don't know what people were expecting this season. After last season, we could quite possibly have done a Luton. Now, I think that, we are looking at I think to me that was certainly the first 45 minutes was the best 45 minutes of the season. I thought we played very well. Dakova did well. Daka did well. But we had people in that were very much anti-Daka. No matter what he does, he got a fucking assist, for Christ's sake. People come in the chat. They have their opinion, which they are totally entitled to, but then throw the toys out the pram if I have an opinion back. That is, to me, the definition of wokeness. And I cannot stand people that are woke. They should all be burnt at the stake.
Right. Jesus. So wokeness is now just somebody having a different opinion to a YouTube twat.
Yeah.
Right.
Yep.
And they should be burnt at the stake. My God. How's he not found a different tier system?
Yeah.
He's gone from 0 to burn at the stake.
Right. The very definition of woke. I'm just going to have a quick look in the old dictionary there.
It's definitely not the definition of it.
Alert to and concerned about social
just because
injustice
someone
and
has disagreed about the legalities of public masturbation. It's woke nonsense, and I won't have it.
Yeah, this doesn't tally up with the dictionary definition, but here we are.
When that clip started, I suddenly remembered what was so beautiful about the Leicester Till I Die TV output, and it's like they're recording in a McDonald's toilet and talking to each other over the cubicles to each other. That slight echo, the kind of grunting nature. And we're probably somewhere back near public masturbation again.
Yeah, I was going to say you're teetering on cottage in there, aren't you?
Yes, certainly.
I imagine he probably does do some content from public toilets.
Leicester, just for the record, are currently 5th in the Championship on 13 points, but it's very, very tight at the top between Stoke, who are sitting in second. What's Stoke doing in second? On 14 points, down to mid-table is Birmingham on 11. So whatever. I've just lowered myself to looking at the Championship table, by the way, for you.
When are Leicester getting their points deduction? Because there wasn't that many be happening soon.
Soon, I think. Soon. Anyway, who
Hopefully.
cares?
That'll be more woke nonsense, won't it? Points deductions.
Yeah. Right. Anyway, should we move on?
Just things I don't want.
Yep.
Nonsense.
Let's move on.
Stretford Paddock.
Right.
So a bit more dissent in the ranks, I suppose, amongst people commenting, people hosting shows. But I'm actually ended up with Stretford Paddock on this.
UK Stob says in a super chat, says Joe deserves these results because he's always deluded before each game, saying things are turning around. I said that, to be fair. So it's not just him.
The players.
I said it
based on what I say before the game.
And also, I think I backed us to win 4-0 just before the game, so you're going to throw shade at anyone, you can throw it at me. Caldo MC says...
And also, by the way, however pessimistic you are before every game, that's not making a difference either. No. You're pessimistic as fuck and we're still losing. So we both deserve it. If either of us do, we both do, mate. So you keep doing your way, I'll do it my way. But we're still losing either way. So I don't think make a difference.
If the team are sat in the fucking change rooms watching Joe's predictions before the game, going, Joe said we're going to win today, lads.
We can put our feet up, lads.
Yeah,
Joe
relax.
Might win.
Then we've got bigger issues than I thought.
I will say this. We've been there so many times. When things are going bad at Leeds, people start taking pot shots at us for just talking about it. Like, whatever we say is wrong. And yeah, I'm totally here for it.
So I've actually ended up using some scum fans as a way to say be nice to us. Because we get stuff wrong all the time. And it doesn't matter anyway, does it?
No, not at all.
Doesn't affect anything.
What next then, Michael?
We'll finish on some scum. And there's quite a bit of it. It's Webby and O'Neill. Webby needs to be kept out of this. There's no Webby in this. It's all pure O'Neill. So there are some clips I actually got from last week. Didn't use them because they beat Chelsea, didn't they?
Yep.
So I thought, well, I'll have a listen, but without the context of a defeat to frame it with. I didn't know how long I'd have to wait. I thought it might be longer than a week. It turns out it wasn't. But I thought, well, I'll keep these banked, just like the famous, Ruben Amorim's turn this football club around.
Yep.
So we'll go back in time for 9 days or whatever it was when a happy time to post Chelsea, and we'll just hear how happy he was.
3 points, absolutely fantastic. But I've got to say this, and if you argue with what I'm saying, then you don't know what you're talking about football. Manchester United totally dominated Chelsea today. Chelsea, they love the physical side of it. United stood up to it and dominated it. Sesko, I've not seen that play before. Sesko going up for the ball, straight on, and there's Mbumo. What a partnership. They came out and they went straight at Chelsea with the physicality, with the pace, closed them down, and they had the energy. We're on here. I can feel something's happening, and I'm absolutely over the moon with it. You knew Chelsea had come at it, but let's get something straight here. Until they scored the goal, I was thinking, well, where's the danger here? Where's the danger? And it was because United never, ever stopped. Now, that's what you want from a Manchester United side. Yeah. And you've got to imagine the pressure what was on them players today. The whole club and the fans were nervous before the game. They knew what they had to do, and they stood up to everything, regardless of the pressure. Mark my words. Those people what weren't here today, there was massive pressure. Most of the people out there did not think we was going to get 3 points. Never mind the draw. But what you're seeing out there, I thoroughly enjoyed that game. The tackling, the fighting, the running, the standing up for it. It was a game I've not seen for a long, long time. So going forward, Brentford, and then we've got Sunderland. Let's capitalise on it. Let's not make any mistakes.
He says, where's the danger? Leicester till I die TV.
Yeah.
Anyway.
True enough. It sounds like it's going well.
Really well.
Oh, man. And do you know what? I almost feel sorry for him. Not the club, just these lads. Like, no. you can hear it's the wishful thinking, isn't it? We've all been there. We've all been there.
Clinging on to the tiniest things. Yeah. And yeah.
This is it. This is the catalyst that'll turn it all around. Yeah. This is it.
You see, I don't think I'd have got giddy as quickly as this, I have to say. And you'll hear in the next clip that the giddiness, it does continue. I mean, one of the things I got excited about there was that Sesko and Burma, what a partnership. And he's basing this on the fact that one of them won ahead of the other one, went through on goal and then was fouled. Like, it's stuff Niall Quinn was doing. It's not anything that exciting. It just happened once. But anyway, let's not cut him down yet. Let's hear how excited he is.
Manchester United have moved further up into the league table. We're only a couple of points now off the top four. Crystal Palace in 4th place. I mean, you're looking now against Brentford, Sunderland up next. I mean, a week or 2 weeks in football is a long time, and anything can change and things can turn around quickly. So where are we going to be?
He's getting me at it. He's getting me at it because he knows I'm giddy, and quite rightly I should be giddy, right? But I'm going to get you at it. If we win the next 2 games, we could be in the top 4. How's that for you? That's madness. That won't happen. But hey, if he can get me at it, I can get you at it.
It's been a great game of football, I thought, to be fair,
Great
today.
game.
Really good game of football. 3 points today, going into the Brentford game next week. Possible back-to-back wins. Let's see where we are after this Sunderland game, which is coming up in a couple of weeks, and where we might be in that table.
Well, the pattern was set today by them players, what they had to do. Aggression at the back, aggression in midfield, up front, work together and fight. And that's what they did. So the pattern's been set. Now, no mistakes going into Brentford and Sunderland. Come on, United. No one expected this today. And that's why we're Man United.
And we've all been there, haven't we? Dead enthusiastic, and the adrenaline's coursing through your veins after an exciting win.
Unbelievable. He said, we could be top 4. This is madness. It's not madness. It's a 6-game table. Things can change very quickly. He's not mathing. He's not doing his math.
So we'll move on now to post-Brentford, shall we? Because it didn't come to pass. It didn't come to pass, did it? The top 4 looks like maybe it's not on as much as it was. There are quite a lot of clips here, but I feel like they're all worth investigating because he's had a full unraveling. So we'll hear first just how he is after the weekend. How's he feeling after that game?
Brentford 3, Manchester United 1. Your reaction to that game?
I have to be the most deluded Manchester United fan to believe in this team, to believe in this manager.
Oh, man, it's golden.
No. At least he's got self-awareness straight out of the gate.
Completely, yeah.
Straight in with an apology, like a shamed politician on his doorstep. Yeah. I have made a terrible mistake.
So
let's just get that out of the way.
So this is more of him just unraveling, and there's a good bit in the middle to look out for.
Oh, it's towards the end, actually. Yeah, it just does a bit of a laugh.
Well, minute 1, there was no aggression. There was no nothing. Where was the work rate? Where was the fight? It was absolutely, after 9 minutes, they scored a goal. I was shocked. But what I was shocked at, what was Harry Maguire playing a high line for? Why is Ruben Amorim playing Harry Maguire that far up the pitch, right, who can't run back? And then it got worse when the second goal went in. And that moment, I turned round to Kieran and I just said, he's gone. That manager just does not know what he's doing. He sat there on the sideline saying nothing when I'd watched absolute garbage. The team wasn't performing, wasn't working together, wasn't passing, wasn't running, passing the ball back. It was utter garbage. And I believed that this team was going to go to Brentford. I need a doctor or a psychiatrist if I turn round and say I believe that this team will turn round, because there is not a chance I've seen any evidence. And the sideline, the people on the sideline, right, tells me that. They look as though they haven't got a clue what to do.
The despair in the voice compared to the week before it's a work of art.
It is. It's the same passion, though. The passion before, after Chelsea was, we're doing this. This passion is, we're not fucking doing
We're
this.
done.
We're done. It's great.
Should we have some complaints about some individual players, including part of their brand new star attack that they've spent all this money on, which was going to obviously transform them this year, but even the new players are catching some strays.
Look at Delo. Look at Delo. People have criticised me for going on about Delo. I look at their second goal. Where was he? Delete, yeah? You can have a little go at delete. But watch again. Watch what Delo does. Watch what he does all game. He never went forward. Very rarely did. And when that second goal came, he was trotting. The man was useless. The only thing I remember Delo doing for about 80 minutes was taking 2 throw-ins. The man is rubbish. Kuna, time and time again, especially in that first half, keeping the ball, greedy. The second half, he was anonymous, like they all were. The manager made changes today, and every time you make a change, you expect something different. It got worse. It just got worse. I know people might think I'm shouting or whatever.
the mankinization of all the names. Delo, Kuna,
Delit. Unbelievable. I thought he was going to start crying.
I think I'm shouting.
The manager made changes today.
Oh, it's great.
It just goes on and on, really, does this? But I've tried to clip it up. It's probably worth actually just going and watching the whole thing on YouTube, because it's over a couple of clips of this, but I've got to obviously compress it down somewhat. But he's still going in this next one. A few more players under the bus, and just the breakdown continuing.
I just didn't see anything. I thought Dorgu spent half the time on the floor. I think Luke Shaw was absolutely poor today. Yeah. There was no link-up play with him and Dorgu. There was no link-up play with Delo and Mbumo. I thought in the first half, Sesko, few good touches. And then they just lost the game. They just lost. I don't even think they know what they were doing. And I'm not even too sure if I know what I'm saying, because I've gone insane.
He'd run out of people to criticise, and then he turned the mirror on himself.
One more then, so this is just in case you think he's happy.
Yeah, just one more to finish on, just in case you've listened to all those clips and you're under the impression maybe he's seeing some hope and maybe he saw some positives in the performance. He didn't.
I'm not happy with that. No one can be happy with that. And for anyone to turn around and say that manager's got to go because we're not seeing any changes, it's getting worse. I can't argue with that. But that manager will go when the men in suits say he'll go. But that's not helped him, and I don't see what's helped him going forward, because it is insanity what we're watching. We're spending all this money on good players. We've got an attack there on paper, but you don't win anything on paper, and they're doing nothing. The midfield's doing nothing. They're set up wrong, right? And he keeps making the changes what don't make sense. Well, something has to change. How's it going to change? I ask you that. How's it going to change? And everyone will scream. Well, you change the style, you change the system. Well, how do you do that? Well, you get rid of the manager because he's not going to change. You can't accept that. I can't accept it no longer.
It's over, isn't it?
It's over.
And breathe.
But there's another game at the weekend, isn't there? What I saw from Manchester United, those players, he's going to do it again.
I'm really scared, though. When that third goal went in at the weekend, I was like, oh, no. I really want him to still be in charge on January 3rd so we get a crack at him. But, he might go.
We need him to do just enough again, don't we, now?
Yeah. We need him to win another game just to buy him a few months, and then we get a shot at him.
If he can win the next one as well, that gets him through an international break, doesn't it? Which is important, I think.
Yeah, and it's Sunderland, is it? Because they were fantasising about top 4. Is that home or away?
Yeah, home, I think, because they were away at Brentford, weren't they? So probably a home game, I'm guessing. But
gorgeous. 1-0 win, own goal in the 87th minute. He's turned this football club around.
Well, they've got Sunderland at home and then it's Liverpool away. So they're going to really be identifying that Sunderland game as a must-win. And you hope that does then do enough just to see them through for a little bit longer. And quite frankly, Sunderland need to be defeated because when we beat Spurs, as we've established already, then we will be level on points with them, which we should have been anyway.
We should have been. Yeah.
But our assault for the Champions League places will obviously really cement this weekend.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah, and I'm sure there is not the possibility of any egg on my face. Nope. And listening to those clips, certainly not. Thankfully,
I've not found anyone else doing this with us yet. So it's until that day, we don't need to live in fear like the Wolves boys do. Because I did dip into them as well. They were quite happy because they drew with Spurs, didn't they? So they're thinking they might be all right again now.
I don't know, that late goal, bit of a hammer blow, and they are still 4 points adrift. So we'll see, We'll see. not something we need to concern ourselves with this week. Anyway, they're in our rearview mirror for another few months.
They are. It's beneath us. Well beneath us.
Well, Michael, continue your recuperation. When can we expect you back in the office? I'm asking now in a professional HR capacity, not in a friend capacity.
Well, I mean, when you read online, it says most people don't return to work for several weeks.
Right.
But here I am, like a bloody hero.
Are you going to the Spurs game?
Nah, it's too risky. I'll get jostled.
Weak. Absolutely pathetic.
I shouldn't be doing anything. You should be around here bringing me a nice cup of tea or something.
Do you drink tea?
Stroking my hair. No, I haven't got any hair, so don't do that. Actually,
stroking your back hair, you mean?
Hey, they've had to shave a little patch of me for the surgery. Look like an abused dog.
Right, we'll wrap up the show there. Yeah, continue your recuperation. Mickey Rasmussen, we'll catch up with you in a bit. All right, cheers for joining us on Propaganda. We will do one heading into the international break, but it'll take a week off, obviously, because there are no games, and we will bring you all the usual nonsense across the next few days, match ball after the Spurs game, where we'll be, I think, happy. We'll see you then.
The Square Ball Podcast.